retired General Chiwenga sent quite a strong message. And this message, you can tell it was directed by Emerson to Emerson Mnangagwa and all those who are working with Emerson Mnangagwa, questioning them about the legacy they are building, saying, is it the legacy that incorporates the people, or it is the legacy that is seeing an individual accumulating his wealth for his enrichment, whilst the number of people, whilst the majority of the people in Zimbabwe are actually languishing in poverty. This is exactly the clear message that retired General Chiwenga was sending. Of course, he doesn't have to call out Emerson Mnangagwa by his name. Let's listen to the audio of the man speaking. I'll just play an audio. Just a moment.
Are we
Yes.
creating one of sacrifice, patriotic service, and the national purpose, or one of plunder? Ladies and gentlemen, the liberation struggle was not waged so that a few could prosper while many remain in abject poverty. It was fought so that every Zimbabwean could walk in dignity and economically empowered. Our duty is not to merely honor their memory. It is to implement their vision through ethical leadership, clean governance, unity of purpose, and economic transformation. Therefore, his enduring aspiration was to see that same stability, prosperity, and national cohesion firmly established in his own country, not as an abstract ideal, but as a lived reality for every citizen. We need to take note of significant progress under National Development Strategy 1 and NDS 1 as we transition into National Development Strategy 2. Defeat corruption and uphold a whole of government approach, realizing our vision of becoming an upper middle income society by 2030 hinges on our...
So apologies for the break in transmission. Apologies. Apparently, I will continue from where I actually left. We had our problems with our electricity, in Africa. I was saying, retired General Chiwenga, he was clear to Emerson Mnangagwa, confronting corruption that is done by the regime of Emerson Mnangagwa head on. Remember what he said just on the audio that I have just played now. He spoke about what kind of legacy will we leave? What kind will we leave? And also in the same line, he spoke about self-enrichment, the government that is focused on self-enrichment rather than, and also redefining the struggle, that it was not all about self-enrichment, it was all about empowering the citizens of Zimbabwe. And in his speech, Chiwenga appeared to be speaking for the citizens of Zimbabwe rather than actually individualism. And we have seen in the government of Emerson Mnangagwa individualism taking center stage. They say the economy is growing, and the economy, I can attest that the growth of the economy in Zimbabwe is felt by the Mnangagwa family, not the people of Zimbabwe. We cannot smell the development that they are always speaking about. This is a typical example of ecocentric development. The only people who are living large, the only people who are displaying their wealth in Zimbabwe are Zwikanandas, your Paul Tempter Tungwarara, it is your Wicknell Chivayos, it is all those elements around Emerson Mnangagwa. These are the people who are displaying wealth because they are the only ones who are benefiting by having close proximity to Emerson Mnangagwa. And those people who are actually your Scott who are given tenders by the government. These are individuals, your Owen Muta Ngube, who are controlling gold mines in Zimbabwe and taking gold, especially from innocent small miners. For their personal enrichment. We know that gold in Zimbabwe is controlled by individuals such as Owen Muta Ngube and individuals such as Wicknell Chivayo. These are the people amassing a lot of wealth. And if you look at the speech of retired General Chiwenga, it was speaking to that, defining the struggle, that it was not for personal benefit, but it was for the benefit of the people of Zimbabwe as a whole. We did not go to fight, we did not wage the struggle so that we can be seen as the only ones who are amassing the wealth. This speech can be, is similar to what was spoken especially by retired General Chiwenga when the Blessed Geza revolution started, and he has been consistent, especially when he's given a public forum to address. He speaks about corruption. He speaks about empowerment that would be felt by the people of Zimbabwe. In simple terms, he was telling Mnangagwa that what you are doing is only benefiting you because when Mnangagwa is showing development in Zimbabwe, he shows, especially in agriculture, he will show his farm. That is individual and personal development, or the farms of the Zwikanandas. They will be taking pictures in their farms, but this is not reflective of all the people or the majority of the people of Zimbabwe. It is just narrow personnel. It is narrow personnel who are actually benefiting economically in Zimbabwe. And I must say, the statement that was said by retired General Chiwenga today, calling for ethical leadership, I have defined already in the previous video my views when it pertains to ethical leadership, good governance. This is the message that is spoken by Chiwenga consistently. He is speaking about corruption, something that the lieutenants of Emerson Mnangagwa, like Themba Mliswa, have been writing long statements rubbishing. He is still consistent, saying that is the way the country should grow, speaking about a possible corrupt-free government that would be accountable to its people, that will ensure that it ushers development that do not only embrace few individuals, but encompasses all the people of Zimbabwe. That was, in short, the message of retired General Chiwenga. And I must tell you that it went straight into, it gave the heartage to the faction of Emerson Mnangagwa. But this also should be seen as a warning. It should be seen as a sign signaling things to happen in the near possible future. or this may be reflective also of the government of retired General Chiwenga, that it would be stern in terms of those especially who have carried out corruption during the tenure of Mnangagwa. Corruption was an issue during the tenure of Robert Gabriel Mugabe. And the reason why Robert Gabriel Mugabe was removed, it is solely because he had allowed corruption to thrive. This is what Mnangagwa has failed significantly to address under Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa. Still, corruption is thriving in Zimbabwe, and he has done absolutely nothing to address that, most probably because he is a key figure when it comes to corruption. He is fingered in corruption. Especially when we are talking about corrupt people in Zimbabwe, that list would not be complete without incorporating Mnangagwa as well as his family, before even going to those around Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa. So that shows you that the disunity that we have been speaking about in ZANU-PF, that it is the order of the day, still persists. It shows that power struggles that we have been talking about in ZANU-PF, it's still an ongoing intervention. It reveals that I mean, what ZANU-PF was in April 2025, it is still what it is today in January 2026. And we are bound to see more exchanges this time around of such political language. And definitely the allies of Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa, they may respond to what retired General Chiwenga has put on the public domain. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Okanqube Umhlabane is signing off. Let me love and